Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whichever you may be in. I am glad you showed interest in my opinions on technology. First, I would like to talk about how technology would fit in my classroom and the importance of technology in the classroom in general. Let's start off with the why. Technology, without a doubt, is forever changing, to the point of it being hard to keep up with it. There's always something new coming out. This is why I think it's important to expose my student to different technology platforms. It's hard to predict the future. It's hard to know by the age of 11 exactly what you want to be for the rest of your life. Although, for some kids, if you ask them, they're dead set on being the next superhero. So who are we to say our students won't need to know how Microsoft Excel works, or how to create an interactive infographic? We don't know. Just like we don't know if our students are going to use every little thing that they learn in school. But for some, this will be their whole livelihood. They may spend their whole career chapter of their life relying on technology. If we expose them to technology at a young age, it may also allow for more academic time in the higher grades, such as high school. If high school educators are not having to cover the basics of tech tools all the time, there may be more time to dive deeper into them. Now, what does that look like in my classroom? I would hope that I would use the basics as much as possible, so things like Word, Excel, PowerPoints, but then taking what we learn from those basics and applying them to new and more exciting tools. I could see myself having my students create podcasts to broaden their audiences. The students would have to think about who will hear it and how would they speak something versus just writing it. I could see them creating infographics on something like Pictochart instead of writing a book report. This would allow for students to express their creativity and personalization. It would also help me reach the ITSE Standard 3 Knowledge Constructor, because they would be using technology tools to create artifacts and have more meaningful learning experiences. I want the technology that I use to be changing as well. If technology is constantly growing, so does my teaching. So while I have listed a couple things I would use, I would hope that it would be constantly changing. Technology can also help me support my English language learners. There's a setting in PowerPoint that can translate what you're saying during your presentation live, then run captions at the bottom of your screen in a different language. I think this could be super effective for students who can read in their native language. If you are working with students that are striving readers that may not be able to read as fast, it could be a little challenging, but I still think it can be a powerful tool to have in the classroom, because students will be able to focus on learning the material and have to focus less on grasping the lesson while trying to make sense of the English language. Another way I could support my ELLs and other students is through more creative lessons. When using visuals in my lessons, students who need extra vocabulary support can receive it, and it's more engaging for the students. Well, most of what I'm saying may come off as tech for tech's sake. I don't care, because yes, in my class, I think it would be important in this technological world that is continuing to grow more and more technological for my students to be taught tech for tech's sake.